Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Annalisa and this is Homemade Sunshine. So for this week's video, I've got lots of great thrift yard sale finds. Most of this is yard sales. I went to 3 yard sales today, 2 neighborhoods, 1 church sale, and I also have a couple of things from a thrift store from earlier this week. And yeah, it's been wild. I went to this thrift store earlier this week because a consignment store had a big dollar baby clothing sale, and I went over there, got a ton of clothes. Didn't film to show you guys that because it was all baby clothes. The only other 2 things I got were they were having extra, I think it was 20% off of certain tagged items, and I picked up 1 little baby toy and a cover for your, what is it called? A buggy. I can't think of the word, a buggy cover for them to sit in. So picked those 2 things up also. And yeah, so it's very exciting. I also went to a book sale, so I've got those books to show you. Those books were either $1 or 50 cents. I didn't get to go, I went during half price weekend for that sale. I didn't get to go during full price weekend because it was the weekend of my shower and I was busy and tired. So first we will start with the yard sale stuff. So first things I got from the church yard sale, because that's where I went to first, are 2 beautiful paintings. So very exciting. First is this beautiful painting. I loved it. It's in a wooden frame. It was, I guess, either painted or given in Christmas 1994. I'll show you on the back right here. So I just thought this was lovely. I thought the colors were beautiful. I liked the blue sky. They had other paintings, but I only picked my 2 favorite. I don't like having too many wintry scenes, so some of them were more wintry. And in this one, I got to meet the man who painted it. He attends that church and he was helping out, and so he's the one who donated it. These were both $1 each, by the way. Look at this beautiful. Don't you want to live in that house? That's how I feel. I just thought it was absolutely stunning. I love the vibrant colors. I loved all of the flowers, and I just thought it looked so peaceful, very cottagecore. So I loved that. I was really surprised that nobody else wanted those, but you know, alas, that's how it is. So next we'll move into the neighborhood yard sales. So the first person's house I went to, or the first one that I bought anything at, I got a few pieces of clothing for myself. This is a beautiful J. Jill long sleeve shirt that I got for $1. Just red and white stripes. Just be cute to have some new stuff for fall. This is an extra small petite, which if you've never shopped J. Jill before, their petites, they make their stuff really long, which is great for maternity, but you don't have to shy away from their petites necessarily. This is also $1, and it is plenty long enough, it looks like. But I loved the variations in the knit, and I just thought it was gorgeous. So picked that up for $1. And this is from the brand Bowden. It says stripes ahead of the rest on the tag. It's just this cute Breton stripe long sleeve shirt. And these little stripes up here are little like sparkly, glittery, fun colors. So $3 at that sale, super awesome. I spent $4 at another sale because even though I went to the dollar clothing sale this week for children's clothes, I knew I needed more onesies still. So this one is Child of Mine by Carter, 0 to 3 months. It's got these cute little dogs on it and the cute little faux front pocket. This is Just One You from Carter's, 3 months. And it's got little turtles and alligators. So very fun there too. This is Carter's 6 months with these little puppy dog and a little turtle. So fun. And this is 0 to 3 months Old Navy. And it's just got little dump trucks and things, very colorful dump trucks. So I thought that was fun. I was like, ooh, colorful dump trucks, how fun. So that'll be very cute, and hopefully that'll be good for this summer. Another yard sale I went to, so this neighborhood had a lot of little girls, so most of the yard sales were lots of little girl things, or the boys were older than the things that I needed. But I got this, and I just asked the lady, how much do you want for this little bicycle? I knew how much this brand cost because I've seen it before, and I've heard it from recommended from a lot of other YouTubers like Megan Fox Unlocked. She recommends them. And this is the 12-inch classic. Just said, how much do you want for the little bicycle? She said $5, and I said, sounds great, I'll take it. So this will be going on our shed for him for later, but it's a Strider bike. $5, y'all, for this Strider bike. These are like $110. So this is a killer deal. Probably going to be one of those things that I hide in the shed and clean up, and then this will be a future present for him when he gets older. So my husband's very supportive of us storing things in our shed. We did not buy this home with a shed. We had to save our money and purchase one. And we have a very big size shed. Because we said we'd rather have a bigger shed than smaller, and we don't have a garage. So that's why we have a shed, because we need somewhere to put things like bicycles for children. So I'm thrilled about that. When I heard $5, I could have just absolutely died. So that was awesome. And then I went to another little boy yard sale. Most of his little boy things were older than for my son, but I did get this $2 bag of multicolored balls. And this is something that I thought would be fun anyways. I thought when he gets bigger and he can sit up, we can, you know, roll the ball, he can throw the ball, I can put up different little activities. You can like try to throw the ball and make it into a cup. I've seen that before. I've seen people like set cups up on their stairs to have like them try to like get them into the cup, kind of like a skee ball game, similar. Or maybe setting him in a tub with these to like be like a little mini ball pit. So super excited about that. And then this, I made her a deal on. She had 25 cents each for these cars, and I didn't want to pick through them, to be honest, and see which ones were Hot Wheels and which ones were Tonkas and blah, blah, blah. Because not all of these are Hot Wheels, but I knew enough of them were, and I know Hot Wheels are not cheap. So a quarter was fine, but I just didn't want to count them. I mean, it was hot. I was sweating to death. It was 1,000,000,000 degrees outside, and it's humid because it's supposed to storm here. It didn't storm today. It hasn't yet. It might still. And I just said, how much do you want for the box? Because honestly, I don't want to count these. And as the mom, I don't know about any of these cars. I just want to get them all. So this was $5. She said, how about $5? And I said, sounds great to me. So here is the loot. So it's in one of these baskets. She gave me this basket. Here they all are. This thing is full of cars and trucks. I'll show you a couple of them if you'd like. Here is like a little Hot Wheels tower thing. This you put on the back of something else. This is another like Tonka like fifth wheel thing. This is County Disposal. I guess, what is this brand? This is Remco Toys, so I don't know who that is necessarily. This is a little, is this Hot Wheels? Masito yellow school bus. This is a Hot Wheels. This is like a little purple car. And I'll disinfect all of these, wash them up, yada yada yada. There's also some like random Legos in here. So I'll get them cleaned up and put away. This is just a little tiny ambulance car. All those little fun things. So that's it for that neighborhood. And then I went to the last neighborhood. A lot of people did not participate in that neighborhood, I think because they thought it was going to rain, and it didn't. So I went to this yard sale, and this lady had some free magazines, and I'm a sucker for a free magazine. Some people don't, I mean, honestly, if there's free magazines at a yard sale and they're decent, I will read them. So I was looking at them, and she's like, oh, are you gonna get some? And I said, yeah. She said, I have more in my house, so hold on. She said, nobody's looked at these all morning, so if you want more, I'll give you more. I can't show you all of these because it'll take me 100 years. So I'll just show you the big bags. So there's two very full paper bags. So here's one, and it's filled to about here, middle of the Kroger thing. And there's another one, and these are modern magazines, like the past few years. And I'm not gonna lift the other bag, but let's just say it's filled to that same line. So, but I'll show you a couple of them because she did cut out her address, so I'm not worried about her information being on the internet. I wouldn't want to do that. But there's a bunch of HGTV magazines, and there are some Real Simples. Also excellent. And there's some magazines that are called, I've never read this one, called This Old House. And I think that's the majority of the brands. I think there's a couple cooking magazines, but that's the majority of what they are HGTV, Real Simple. There are Better Homes and Gardens. I'll show you one of those. I'm sorry if the bag's loud. Yes, there's some Better Homes and Gardens. So yeah, I'll read them. I'll pass them to my mom. We'll finish them and then we'll move them on down the donation line. So that's really exciting to me. I haven't gotten free magazines at a yard sale in a super duper long time, so I'm thrilled to be getting some right now. And now let me show you some of the other things that I picked up that are in my son's room. So now we're moving on to the thrift store portion of this haul. So this item right here is what I thrifted. So we just had my shower. We've gotten everything put away and organized from the shower, thankfully. There's only 2 more boxes that we need to open that I needed my husband's help with. And we did not have a changing mat, which is fine. But it was on the list of things that were like have-to-haves. There were some things that I still would have liked, but were not needs. So I got this mat. I already have a cover on it because I did get a cover for my shower. But here it is. Ta-da! It's a changing mat. So it reminded me of the Kikaroo. This was $3. Underneath it's just gray, which I'll show you the bottom so you can kind of see. But this was little tykes, which you can read on the little straps there. This was just a little tykes changing pad, and it was just so awesome because we already knew we needed it, and to be able to get it for $3 versus like $50. This was not the one I specifically registered for, but I was like, a changing mat's a changing mat, not too worried about it. So this was a very exciting find for us to get, because I am very, you can kind of see from the side, I am very, very pregnant. I am 32 weeks as of filming this, so I am very pregnant. So we're trying to get all those last minute things wrapped up, but this was one of the thrift store finds that we picked up. So in addition to that wonderful changing mat, I got 3 other things at the thrift store, all clothing, none of which are things for right now, but they do a tag system where each tag, as it gets, you know, it's been there for a few, like longer, that it gets cheaper. So they change theirs usually once a month, usually. They're very not consistent with like when they change the colors or that sort of a thing. So it's kind of a guess and check. So we went to this, we just stopped at this one on the way back home and got some very good things. So these first 2 items were $1 each. So this is a Crane little, oh, pockets out of it, little golf skirt or activewear skirt kind of a thing. I thought it was super pretty. I liked the dark pink and thought for $1 I'd give it a try. This is also $1. This is an Old Navy size 4, old tag Old Navy little jean skirt. So we'll see if that fits post baby, but if not, oh well, it was $1. I was excited to try it for $1. So that'll be getting hung up next. And this I was really pumped about. This was 50 cents. There is no size tag. But I'd heard about these on YouTube, heard about them on Amazon, and I hate buying clothes new, so I didn't want to try these and they not work or they're not living up to the hype sort of a thing. But these are those skin tone colored, really plush fleece lined tights. These are amazing. I'm so excited. These have the feet, so the feet are not fleece lined. You can buy them footless or with feet. And I thought, what an awesome way to try them, you know, without having to dole out a whole ton of money for those. So I'm really excited about this because I've wanted to try them for like 2 years, but they're just like no brand kind of a thing. And so a lot of people are like, oh, they run really small and da-da-da-da. And so it's hard to know what your size is going to be, all of that jazz. So I was like, we'll just wait. We'll just Maybe I'll come across it later. I was hoping that a brand that like was a more recognizable name like Hue or something would come out with them, but I haven't seen those yet. So now I'll move on to the book sale haul, and we'll try to work through these semi-quickly because I know not everybody's interested in books, but I got some good ones. Some adult, some children's, some from my dad. So yeah, let's get started. First is, which of course I always say with these, I can't recommend them because I haven't read them. So if you're like, oh my gosh, that book's awful, I can't believe she'd buy that. Well, listen, I haven't read all these, so I have no idea. But first, this is the Family Read Aloud Christmas Treasury. And this one I'll talk a little bit more about because I thought it was so cute. So they have a mixture of poems, beautiful illustrations, and short stories. Also songs like Jingle Bells and, you know, some little short stories. I think this one is A Present for Santa Claus. And I just thought, that is so neat. And they have like the Three Magi story. I just like that as a mix of poems, songs, and short stories. So I thought that was fun. I got one board book. This is a Scholastic storybook of How Do Dinosaurs Laugh Out Loud? And this one looked brand new because it's a lift flap, and I could tell that some of the flaps had like hardly been lifted. So super stoked for that. That'll be an awesome one. This book I do know, and it is a good one, The Lion Who Wouldn't Brush His Teeth. And this is all about what you'd imagine, all about a lion who will not brush his teeth, and it's about his trip to the dentist, and he was so nervous. So yeah, I thought this would be a good little book because I remember when I read it as a kid. So now for some of my books. I got The Lace Makers of Glenmara. That looked really cute. It's about a woman following heartbreak and loss, fleeing to Ireland, her ancestral homeland, and joins a lace making society. So that sounded good. We'll see. This is called The Blue Bonnet Battle, and this is about two women battling it out in Texas over who's going to be the person that's go-to for funeral food, which sounded just funny to me. I also picked up, I've not read Jan Karen's series, but I'd heard this cookbook recommended, which was Jan Karen's Mitford Cookbook and Kitchen Reader. So I thought I'd try it. Some of the recipes looked good when I just briefly flipped through it. So I thought, hey, let's give it a try. For 50 cents, because all the paperback books were 50 cents. I also got What to Expect the First Year because I've been needing to pick this book up, and I was happy to get it for $1. I got Little Cabin by the River, Stories from Grandma Joyce. And this is technically a children's book, but I just thought it was so cute that I thought maybe it'd be nice to try. It says, it's just her recollections of growing up in a cabin by the river. So I thought it'd be cute. We'll see. This is The Tattered Quilt, Return of the Half-Stitch Amish Quilting Club. I've read that book and I really liked it. So there's 3 in this trilogy, and I'm excited to read this one. It was good. This sale, I usually get a lot of my favorite guidepost Christian mysteries and Christian series, but inspirational fiction, which is what it's under at our book sale, sells so fast. So the second weekend I went, there was hardly any, so I didn't get many of those this year. I did get some good devotionals though. This is Moments of Peace for Mom, or Moms for Moms, plural. I thought this looked cute. I got one of quite a few. How many are there? I think I got 3 of these. No, maybe 2. Let me see. I think they're 3. So I love the Women of Faith series. I love their devotionals. I've read quite a few of them. I love them. I'm using one right now. So I got some more. This one's called Joy Breaks, 90 Devotions to Celebrate, Simplify, and Add Laughter to Your Life. So thrilled about that one. This is another Woman of Faith one. Somebody just took the cover off. And this is Friends Through Thick and Thin. And this one I don't think is technically Women of Faith. Let me see. Is it? don't think so. No, not technically women of faith, but some of the women who write for women of faith, who wrote for women of faith, a lot of these women have sadly passed on, they contributed to this one, so I thought it'd be good. This is rib-tickling stories of fun, faith, family, and friendship, called Look Who's Laughing. But like Barbara Johnson and Patsy Claremont have written for women of faith, so I thought, hey, sounds good. I got a day spring devotional called Sweet Tea for the Soul, Down Home Devotions to Comfort the Heart. I thought that would just be fun. And then this is the only guidepost mystery book I was able to get, which was Church Choir Mysteries Puzzle in Patchwork. So I picked that one up at least to add to my collection. I got one Berenstain Bears book that I'm pretty positive I do not have because I have a bunch. This one's called The Berenstain Bears and Mama's New Job, where she's working at a quilt shop. So I'm excited about that. That looks very cute. And then here's the bulk of these other books, which we'll go through quickly because you're probably not interested in men's woodworking books. But I'm always looking out for these for my dad. He has some of them already, and they're hard to find, and of course to find inexpensively too. So for me to find these all for $1 each was awesome. So I'll just show you one and I'll tell you the other titles without showing them all. But these are from Handyman Club of America. These are the books. So there's Woodworking with Sheet Goods, Yard and Garden Structures, Hand Tools and Techniques, From the Workshop, Tools and Techniques, Woodworking Skills and Projects, Table Saws and Techniques, Backyard Woodworking Projects, Woodworking Essentials, and Member Tips and Projects. And then one that's not from that grouping, that's called 201 Woodworking Projects for Indoors and Outdoors. And this one is more like they give you the schematics and tell you how to make different interesting things. Sailboat sandbox, bookshelf and bookends, a cedar storage chest. That's really cool. That's that one. So he's a pictures person, so I thought he would really like this potentially to, you know, have all the measurements written out and know some of these awesome woodworking projects. So that is it for my haul, y'all. That is a lot of stuff. I have a lot of stuff to put away. I'm like surrounded by things on my floor right now, but that is it for this week's haul. I would have to say, you'll have to leave me a comment down below what was your favorite thing. I think my favorite was the little house surrounded by flowers picture and the Strider bike for my son. I think those are my two absolute favorites. So that's it for this week's haul. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. There's a lot more yard sales to come this year. I'm going to be going out a lot to yard sales, even more than normal, because I have a baby coming and there's things that I need for said baby. So I'm excited to get yard selling this summer, and I hope you guys stick around. So until next week, bye.